time for a Sky Striker deck profile. I'm so excited that this deck is back. You guys have no idea. Make sure you guys smash it, leave a crap out, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'm going to say, you guys should check out the Pyramid playmats down below. I'm going to leave a link. They're the awesome people that made this awesome playmat that we're showcasing today. The Supernova feels beautiful. It's one of the best pieces that I've had the chance to touch. So, Striker. We went second place at locals with this, and the only reason why I lost was like, what am I supposed to do against, Ava resolving on, Herald and all that fun stuff with 4 negates. Like, what am I supposed to do? Nothing going second? It happens. So we played it against like Adagnister, two Diviner, Herald, Drytron decks. So there's nothing I can do about what those matchups were. So interesting day. I don't remember what else I ended up playing, but Adagnister was a very interesting matchup for this deck. I won 2-1, so very, very good. So welcome back, Striker, for new format. Shout out to Ray for being the best card in the deck. Alright. Toggle out capabilities are amazing. I love this card. It's so good. Whole engine. Currently I play 2 rows. So I didn't draw this card at all. I didn't summon this card at all. There was no point in even playing this. I think I'm leaning towards going down to 1. It's how bad this actually kind of is. So yeah, that says something. So I think the card looks beautiful. It's just like in the current iteration of the deck, it just doesn't feel as good for this deck. So I know it's really weird to say. Sorry. I wish I could be more adamant about that. So we were hand trapped out of our mind. All right. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy of Spring, triple copies of Effect Veiler. All right. This card's really good. All right. This card puts in work in your bad matchups. All right. Hey, you know what happens when you when you do this against a Dark Templar? Your opponent just cries internally. So you can also use this to stop the infant from searching. My other favorite thing to do is you do this on the Diviner, and your opponent just kind of looks at you and goes, well, not only did you shut off the level modification for them to make the Beatrice, you're just in a much better position overall. So high impact, by the way. And then triple copies of this good card. So that is in fact 9 hand traps. Very, very important, actually. I lied. So we're also playing imperms. So the logic with this large amount of hand traps here is, quite honestly, you want to not let your opponent play the game. You are a 1-card engine deck. It's very important to understand that. Much like Praying Kids and Invoked, you need to capitalize on that 1-card engine to maintain that advantage. So unless, something were to happen and your engine gets disrupted, well, you're in a bad place. But we have to compensate with hand traps to round out the rest of that. So, guess what? Engage is at 1. Alright, this card is busted, man. So, this card is a little bit fair. The interesting part is it's only insane if you open it. If you open this card, you're resolving like a draw 2. But if you don't open this card, at most it's a draw 1 every turn afterwards. And it only becomes an issue when it's splash, but at 1, this card's pretty fair. I opened this card twice. Good times. This is why Striker's good. We could take our opponent's monsters and turn them into link fodder, link climb with them. This is the true insanity of the deck. And I have 3 of these to my name. So I will take this, alright? The best thing is, if you go first and you're able to set up, you can just fully disrupt your opponent through this card. Taking their monster is, the stingy part of this. Yeah, the negate helps, but man, just jacking their resource from them so they can't access it is the true value behind that card. You ever use this card on an access code talker to make it unaffected? Yeah, I did that today. Feels really good. This card is so freaking good, man. We have 1 Hornet Drones. I mean, you know why. Token generation's good. This card's absurd. Holy crap. the amount of times that like your opponent just lets you capitalize with this card is insanity, man. Like, you end phase do like Widow Anchor, Shizuku shenanigans, or you go Shark Cannon for Disruption to reset the Shark Cannon. It's super free value. Like, I think a lot of people forgot that. I was speaking of Shark Cannon. We play 2 of this absurdly good card because disrupting the opponent. Like, disrupting them or getting the ability to revive their tuner. Yo, reviving tuners with this to make Hulk plays is really good. Alright. We have 2 copies of Area Zero. Pretty standard stuff. 2 copies of Afterburners. Because I value the popping on this. I know a few people out there are only playing 1 of this. A few people are citing it, but I think 2 was fine. We have 1 copy Terraforming, because, you know, extra spell in the graveyard. 1 copy Mystic Mine. Feel free to flame me in the comment section. I know a few builds, or a few people are trying out 3 of these. I think 1 of this was fine, honestly. I didn't have anything too crazy to say about that. 1 Called by the Grave, because I hate hand traps. Also, you can banish your opponent's combo pieces. So, another spell card in the graveyard. 2 copies of Foolish Burial and 1 Metaphos Fusion. Yeah. I didn't draw this card for the first time in my life playing this deck. I mean, if not, like, you do this, drop this to the graveyard. It's an extra free draw if the rest of your hand's a brick. I shuffled this back early, drew Engage off of it. That felt really good. 1 Rhoda, easy stuff. 1 Upstart, and then I know this is gonna 2 copies of Twin Twister in different rarities because I can't find the second one of this. But for the most part, Twin is okay. This is typically a board out target. Worst case, like if you need to have this as a starter to kill a field spell, you can. I know a few people are gonna be like, "Why only 2 Area Zero?" I thought about playing 3. Like, honestly, like I thought about playing 3 of this, but this just in initial like deck shuffling and everything like this, it just didn't come up all that much. Like, the card's good, it's just I don't want to see multiples of it. Like, I opened up 1 game with it and Terraforming, I was like, oh, that stinks. So, of course, we got the Sky Striker Ace tokens. Alright, beautiful. Alright, so our extra deck. Triple copies of Hayate. Absolutely the Dominator. Alright, attack directly, dump. Or typical dump engage with this. It's a good card. Triple copies of the Recurability Engine. Kagari. Alright, I love recycling my engages. As should you. Alright, no argument there. Triple copies of Shizu. We already know what we're doing with this bad boy. Alright. Free end phase searches. This card saved my life. My opponent went popped my monster after going like transcode, access code, and I was like, oh, kinda. No thank you. No attack skis. No thanks. 1 copy of Zeke. This didn't come up all that much, honestly. I'm not gonna cut it, but it's fine. So I heard a few people talking about this card. A few people were like, do you play the Hulk or do you not play the Hulk? And I debated on playing the Hulk for pretty much the whole day. And actually, this came up. Shark Cannon Steel. 1 Celine, so that we can actually climb up into access code for the Veiler. This outs Dragoon because non-targeting. It's actually important. 1 copy of access code to beat over. Card's really good. Side deck. I hate the light matchup. This card is really good, especially when you play 2 of them. Yeah, nothing else to say there. 2 triple copies of this good card. About to start citing this in against Herald because watching the spam version go nuts is absurd. Alright? I know, really bad decisions. Triple copies of Lightning Storm. Didn't cite this in at all. I don't know if I'd cut this for anything else, but it makes sense to play it, right? 1 Harvey's Feather Duster for back row decks. Yeah, nothing else to say about that. 1 Jamming Waves. You know what we're doing with that. Additional searching capabilities. 1 copy of Mind Control for the Sky Striker Mirror, in case anybody tries. And then, triple copies of Evenly Matched. Nothing says go second than ripping your opponent's entire field apart. Haha. So, guys, that is Sky Striker. All right. Interesting take, right? I know second place. Everybody else has got first place finishes, but you know, I lose to the 4 negate Herald. It happens. Sometimes you just don't open hand traps, man. Like, it do be like that. So please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Check out Pyramid Playmats down below, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later on the day with some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanquill40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by Mquill40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mquillgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.